Welcome to HotDrama TV. Bai Lu's beauty has always been a talking point in entertainment, yet few actresses inspire as much whiplash as she does. 1 week social media hails her as the very definition of ancient-style perfection. The next it's flooded with side-by-sides lamenting how an over-decorated costume can drain every ounce of her radiance. This dizzying seesaw is puzzling to casual viewers but endlessly fascinating to industry watchers, because in Bai Lu's case, the line between ethereal and underwhelming can be as thin as a single stray gemstone glued to her forehead. Part of the intrigue is sheer exposure. With more than 360 days a year spent on set, Bai Lu may be the hardest-working actress in the mainland right now, sprinting from one rap party straight into pre-production for the next title. The bulk of that workload sits squarely in historical or xianxia territory, a genre whose ornate hairstyles and brocade layers can make or break an actress's screen presence. Bai Lu's round, good fortune face, a trait that Portal 163 once called custom-built for vintage heroines, usually flourishes under the soft lighting and painterly palettes of period drama. But high output means high variance, and lately every costume designer in town seems eager to test the limits of what her features can carry. Take Linjiang Immortal, **Lamjiang Tian **, the series that aired earlier this year. Bai Lu had the unusual task of playing dual identities, the sealed-away deity Huarui and the unremarkable village girl Li Qingyue. In the simplest scenes, hair pinned in a loose bun, eyes defined by nothing more than a whisper of brown shadow, her radiance felt almost documentary. A few strands tucked behind the ear, a linen blouse in muted peach, and suddenly the entire screen glowed. Critics joke that the budget's best investment was knowing when to do absolutely nothing. Ironically, the show's more elaborate fairy realm outfits landed with far less grace. The moment Huarui appeared in a multi-layer gown dripping with rhinestones, comment sections filled with sighs of relief when the scene cut back to modest cotton. The consensus: the plainer the canvas, the more Bai Lu shines. That lesson appeared to vanish the minute she stepped onto the set of White Moon Fractures the Stars. Bak Noyet Fan Tin ***. Here she incarnates Bai Shuo, a general's daughter who moonlights as a star-wielding deity. It sounds cinematic, until you see the costume department's literal interpretation of holding the laws of the constellations. Jeweled orbs sprout from her crown like miniature planets. Faceted crystals dangle over her temples, catching every key light and throwing prismatic chaos across her cheeks. Netizens quickly coined the nickname Meteor Shower Extra, and wondered whether the production wanted a goddess or a chandelier. Worse, the heavy makeup meant to keep pace with the wardrobe. Ash gray contouring metallic eyeshadow, a razor-sharp red lip, added 5 on-screen years and stripped away her trademark freshness. One commenter summed it up: the stars she governs might be bright, but the look dims her spirit. Why then does Bai Lu keep returning to roles that gamble so recklessly with her aesthetic? The answer circles back to market momentum. Costume dramas remain the bread and butter of Chinese television, a proven engine for streaming views and merchandise sales. For studios, pairing the genre's special effect visuals with an actress who can pull triple-digit popularity scores on Vlinkage is too tempting to resist. And to her credit, Bai Lu rarely lets a questionable headdress derail her performance. In White Moon, the moment she discards the celestial regalia for mortal garb, her charisma shoots off the chart, so much so that she logged a 9.02 Vlinkage index on day one, leapfrogging roles that boasted months of pre-release hype. That spike is proof that even when the styling misfires, audiences still tune in to watch her act her way through it. Yet the volatility underscores a bigger debate. Should costume design serve the story first or the star? Bai Lu's recent career offers a living case study. When aesthetics amplify narrative, say, a peasant girl's earth-toned robe hinting at humble origins, her natural warmth wins crowds. But when embellishment turns into an editorial spread of jewels and sculptural hairpieces, narrative blurs into noise, and the actress becomes a backdrop for her own wardrobe. Industry insiders whisper that Bai Lu's next project will enforce a less is more mandate, banning unwieldy headgear unless the plot explicitly demands divine sparkle. If true, it may mark a turning point not just for her image but for a costume-crazy sector that often forgets the human underneath the silk. Until then, viewers will keep riding the roller coaster. One episode might deliver a breathtaking close-up lit like a Tang Dynasty fresco, The next could bury that same face beneath a kilo of astral bling. Perhaps the